Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen issue 3 heads to the Hall of Justice, where Lex has been captured by the infected heroes led by Jim Gordon, who tells Lex that him and his men at the precinct used to always joke about if they caught Lex for some ridiculous insane crime. He says whatever it would be, the punchline would always be the same: Batman would beat the crap out of him. Donning his mask, Jim says that Lex always overplays his hand and always makes overly complicated plans because he enjoys thinking them up, and he doesn't know how to be simple, so that's his gimmick. Lex says that he's going to kill Gordon, but Gordon knows his powers don't work on anyone infected, and pretty soon every hero on the planet will be infected. Jim knows that Lex powered up all of the villains with universal energy, and it transformed them all into monsters, but the Batman Who Laughs recruited people who beat the people Lex recruited on a regular basis. The Batman Who Laughs wants to kill Lex himself, so all of the heroes will do is hurt him until then, before infecting the rest of the heroes of Earth, which is when the real party starts. Joker suddenly appears in the hall, causing the heroes to get defensive as the clown fires on them with his Tommy gun. The heroes scatter as the Joker rescues Lex, saying that he got the man's message and he needs to play nice or he will leave him there for Jim to deal with. Lex wants to know how he got into the hall, learning Joker has tortured a teleporter into doing his bidding. Joker calls in Warp, who teleports in and takes Lex and Joker away from Jim and his infected heroes. Warp takes them to a carnival, where Lex says that they can easily be tracked. Joker agrees with him, so he gives his gun to Warp, telling him to warp around the world to different locations before shooting himself in the head. Warp obeys, teleporting away as Lex is taken through the carnival, seeing Joker has captured Mala and the Brain, commenting on how he tried to offer them his power and the Brotherhood of Evil, but they were missing. Joker tells the Ape and the Brain to shut up as he tells Lex that they have unfinished business. Heading inside the carnival tent, he finds that Punchline has captured Mercy Graves. Lex knows that Joker wouldn't have brought him there to kill him, but Joker isn't so sure since that's something he would totally do. Lex knows that killing him would give the Batman Who Laughs a victory, which angers Joker, who doesn't wish to speak the villain's name. Joker says he told Lex not to deal with the multiversal villain and should have killed him when he had the chance. Lex tells him that he has a plan, but a piece is missing, and it is Joker's twisted mind, which he wouldn't have called for if he didn't need it, since who else but the Joker would know how to kill a Batman. Joker says that he isn't playing Lex's game, so Lex asks him what gives the clown the idea he has a choice. Using his new hybrid powers, he grows in size, towering over the Joker and taking over his twisted mind, telling him he's now his puppet, just like how Warp was to Joker. Elsewhere, the Batman Who Laughs talks to an unseen individual, saying that he can feel the end getting close and he can feel the balance tipping in Perpetua's favor, which must pain the individual greatly, having been part of a mighty race that oversaw and protected the multiverse, but now there's nothing he can do. The being is revealed to be Nix Oten, whom the villain says was the last of the monitors, but now he's nothing. Nix says that he won't tell the villain anything, but the villain isn't concerned since he cloned some new XX Robins so they can just get the information from the monitor's mind. The villain knows where the great powers are locked, now he has everything he needs to unlock them. He tells Nix that there is someone dying to meet him and he's going to teach the universe what a crisis really is. Contacting Gordon, the villain tells his lackey that he is ready on his end. Lex meanwhile cuts open Joker's brain, wondering how Joker is perceiving all of this, since usually he would make a comfortable framework when invading someone's mind to prevent long-term damage, but Joker's mind is already broken beyond repair, so he doesn't need to be delicate at all. Joker says that the brain surgery tickles as Lex tells him how on the Batman Who Laughs world, the Batman killed Joker, and because of it, a toxin was released from the villain that turned the Batman into the Batman Who Laughs by twisting his moral center and making him something worse. Lex reveals that he pulled a pure sample of the serum from Gordon, but he needed Joker's to see how the Dark Batman changed it up, since the Joker toxin is helping suppress the hero's moral centers, but the real change comes from the microdoses of dark matter thanks to the metal from the Dark Universe. Knowing this, Lex knows now how to win against him, ending the trip into Joker's mind. Lex says that he has what he needs, telling Mercy that they are to leave. Punchline, however, won't let Mercy go, causing Joker to tell Lex that Punchline might be the funniest girl he has ever met, since she's always putting his boys in stitches with her rusty saw trick, that is if they survive it. Joker tells her to let Mercy go, telling Lex that this whole new state of things is getting too big, since it's supposed to be just the Clown Prince of Crime and the Dark Knight Detective, neither of which should be going to the moon or whatnot, and Lex is in way too deep now thanks to letting a cosmic god convince wants him to give up everything. Lex says that the clown has no idea what he's talking about and he doesn't like being left out. Joker wonders how that actually turned out for the Legion of Doom after he left, thanks to them becoming all batteries for Perpetua now. Lex knows that Joker will be back to gassing civilians or torturing people at a carnival, and Joker confirms that, saying that he wouldn't make it too obvious, but that is indeed what he has got planned, since that's his story and what he is meant to be doing. Just like how if Lex wants to survive this, he's got to stop playing his part and be Lex Luthor. Taking Punchline, Joker takes his leave, telling Lex to kill the Batman Who Laughs before he kills him. Mercy demands more money for having been kidnapped, and Lex is happy to give it to her, learning from her boss that it was worth it since he got what he wanted and he can create a cure for the monstrous infection. But he knows the Joker is right about him being Lex Luthor. Lex gives Mercy a series of messages for her to deliver, a call to action of sorts to people. She wants to know what the messages are, and Lex tells her that it's to read High Noon at the Hall of Justice. Later at the hall, Lex, now wearing his war suit, calls out the Batman Who Laughs, who arrives along with his infected hero army. The infected are itching for a fight, but before they can even get close to Lex, it's revealed that he's built his own army, made up of Captain Cold, Lobo, Solomon Grundy, Clarion, and Oracle, all whom are itching to fight the Batman Who Laughs hero army. Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen issue 3, while delivering a cool look at Lex Luthor trying to play the hero again, kind of, and stop the Batman Who Laughs, left me counting down the days until the Batman Who Laughs just kind of goes away from the headlining comics. I was fine with him there for a while, but right now he's become a little bit too big for his leather strap boots, and it's consistently partaking in this whole Bat-God wank sort of stuff, especially here where he somehow captured a monitor on top of the Phantom Stranger. What surprises me is how much James Tynion leaned into that sort of Bat-God sort of stuff with him, since he's a great writer, and usually when he's dealing with a character, all that stuff sort of goes away. And just to point that out, just look at his Batman book currently and how great that is and how un-Bat-God that is. So it's very strange for him to kind of fall into this Bat-God trope with this character. I am still interested to see how this mini arc ends and how it obviously leads into the Encore Crisis, but I'm really just done with the Batman Who Laughs altogether right now. I'm going to give this issue a 5 out of 10.